Hey guys, so I'm here today doing this natural makeup look, but I'm also going to be suggesting, I didn't count them, but I'm sure it's in the title, how many I came up with. So tips on how to kind of just like enhance your makeup. I know we all get kind of caught up in the same routine. Sometimes like I do too much and I'm like, why are you doing all these extra steps? Like it's not necessary. But these tips are kind of ones that I feel that are sort of necessary to kind of enhance your everyday makeup look. That way you can get out of your routine a little bit and try new things and see what you like and what works for you. So yeah, I just hope you guys like this video. If you want to see all of the tips that I gave and how I got this makeup look today, just keep on watching. So the number one thing, it's going to be very broad, but it's very important. Skincare. Exfoliate, moisturize, cleanse your face. Daily. Every day. Always take off your makeup. Take care of your skin. Your skin is what's going to make or break your makeup. If you don't know your skin type, if you don't know what you can do to clear up your skin or control your oils, go get a facial. Book an appointment to get a facial, go and talk to a esthetician and they can give you more insight on what your skin type is and they can recommend things for your specific skin type. That's the number one thing. If you cannot figure out what to get or do or use for your skincare regimen, I would suggest going and getting a facial and talking to someone to help you out with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and prime and foundation and concealer and then I'll be right back. What? Yay! You're the best! My husband brought me, he's like walking and I'm like, what do you want? And then he brings me a water. Yes! You know, usually girls in their little YouTube videos are all with their Starbucks or something, or with their cool cups. I mean, I have a cool Starbucks cup, I'm not gonna lie, but nothing is better than this. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying. So bronzer, I feel like, is pretty important because even if you don't know how to contour, it's pretty easy to bronze your face. So I would just suggest, you know, any powder. It doesn't even have to be a bronzing powder. Just a powder that's like 3 shades darker than your skin tone and just make sure it's not too orangey. Anybody that's like more light to medium skin tone, the butter bronzer is bomb. So I would suggest picking something like this up and using it as your eyeshadow and as a bronzer. I just want you guys to kind of see the difference already. Like you can see the slight little shadow and definition in your eye than like kind of just like a flat eye, you know. So like I have slightly hooded eyes, so I just go where my crease is and then a little bit above. So you can build this up, you can just do a light wash, whatever your preference is. And also for the bronzing brush, this is a Morphe M527. So just to give myself a light bronze, I would suggest something like this, a little bit more, not as stiff. You just go right where you're supposed to contour. It doesn't pick up too much product. And I already kind of cream contoured, so you can already see my contour, which is my favorite way to contour and bronze at the same time when I'm in a rush. I like to just do the cream contour, blend it out, and then go over it with my sponge, and then when I go in to bronze up my face, it like contours it for me just because the cream is underneath already. Let's go along your chin, so it's just like kind of the 3 motion like this. So this will really give you that bronzy look, a little more definition to your face. You won't look so flat and just matte and, you know, with no color to your face. Now I'm going to put some blush on. I feel like a lot of people wear blush, but blush is also important. I feel it gives you more of a youthful look. You look a little younger, you know? Who doesn't want to look younger? Skincare, bronzing and blush. For the third tip to enhance your makeup, I would highly suggest highlight. I know some people are not comfortable highlighting, but there's so many different kinds of ways to highlight, and you don't have to highlight every single thing that someone on YouTube highlights. you can just highlight what you want. So I have a couple of my favorite highlights. I have like a highlight palette. You can get a highlight palette, and this will give you different options. So this is the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero one. And then I have a loose powder highlight. This has been my favorite so far because it's just so intense. So you want to be, it's like you literally don't need like much product. Also a single pressed powder. This is the Wet n Wild highlight in Precious Petals. This was also like all the rave last year, and I barely got it like this year. But yeah, I really like this one too because you can use it as a natural highlight or you can build it up. Just use a brush that's fluffy, because the reason that I like using fluffier brushes is because you don't have to be like super careful, and you can buff things out, and it's going to be way easier for you to get like a really nice like kind of flawless look, and you won't have to worry about getting like too much product in one spot. So I just like tap it in there. I like to angle my brush, like the tip of my brush is like creating like a cheekbone. You don't want to drag it down too much. If you're a beginner with highlighting, I would just stick to the tops of my cheekbones like this. Make sure you have really good lighting where you highlight, because when I first started highlighting, I got the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight that everybody was raving about like 2 years ago. And I was like, what? I was like packing it on in my bathroom, and I'm like, what the heck? This doesn't even, you can't even see it. Like I was so pissed, and then I like went out into like the light, and I was like, whoa. And also, most importantly, highlight your inner tear duct. It'll open your eyes, and it'll make you look so much more awake in the morning when you're getting ready to go to work, but you're still half asleep. And then once I do my eyebrows, I will highlight slightly like under my brow right here, and it'll give your eyebrow that like kind of lifted look as well. But I have been loving this Diamond Glow Powder in my inner corner, like literally. It's the best. Look at that. It's just, I barely tap it in there. And I just tap it with my finger. Yeah, so that's just like the extra dimension highlight kind of thing. I know a lot of people aren't into that. But, like I said, stick to the cheekbones, the inner tear ducts, your brow bone. You'll be golden. And then just to tone it down, just go over with the powder brush. Also, you can use your highlight to just put a little on your lid, just like that. See how it gives it just a little pop, you know? And just use it with your finger. You don't need to get a brush and make it a serious thing. You can just dab it on there. I'm going to go ahead and use the mascara that I just got recently. This is L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Okay, so I'm going to be using my brow wiz to do a little bit of brow enhancing, you know? You can see brows make a difference, but I also think that everybody does their brows nowadays. Like, I feel like unless you have really full, beautiful brows, like you can get away with not doing anything. But I feel like if you don't, you have to do your brows if you put on any sort of makeup. The only time I don't do my brows is if I don't wear any makeup at all. And that's the truth. Okay, I lost count like which tip I was on. I think I'm on tip number 4 or 5. Just gonna say, next tip. Next tip is cleaning up your brows. Just the underneath. I don't find it necessary. I used to like clean up the top and all of that stuff, but I don't anymore. I literally just little dot on the back of my hand, and I just clean up under my brow, the closest that I can get to my brow, like that. And then just kind of set it down with a brow bone highlight, just because it gives you that more open-eyed, awake, lifted eyebrow look, no matter what eyeshadow look you're doing. And the next tip is clean your mascara wand. If you're not wearing falsies and you have trouble keeping your eyelashes staying like curled up, and you've used so many mascaras, blah blah blah. This was my story, okay? I'm telling my personal story right now. I had just given up. I didn't even like attempt to make my real lashes look presentable at all. I did get a new mascara, but I also got a new eyelash curler, and every time I'm going to use it to where I'm not going to wear falsies and I need my eyelashes to come through for me, you know, that day, I make sure I clean off all of the excess mascara on the little metal part right here and on the silicone part. And for lips, everyone's using liquid lipsticks, but what I would suggest, I know a lot of people don't like gloss. When I wear a glossy lip, like I feel like, you know, it just enhances my look that much more. Like it just makes my lips look more plump, you know, like you're trying but not too hard, but you know, you still care but you kind of don't, kind of thing, you know. But yeah, gloss has all of that. I still use my glossy gloss like no matter what lipstick I use, because it is just bomb, and it makes your lips look just wet, beautiful. And you can just put it like that, just on the center, and boom. And the last tip I have, a setting spray. Invest in a setting spray or just grab a Milani setting spray. I know Milani has another one that's called like Make It Stay setting spray. This one's a Make It Dewy. I have dry skin, so I like dewy, so I got this one. Use a setting spray when you're all done with your makeup, when you are ready to go. Spray this on when you're feeling powdery. And yeah, so that's it for all of my tips today. Sorry if I was kind of like all over the place, but yeah, I thought this would be a really good idea to do because I know a lot of people get stuck in their routine of doing their makeup. So I hope you guys liked the tips that I gave you guys today. Hopefully if you guys put some to good use, comment below, tell me which one was your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.